Quick Crypto family and my Coin Factory family, back once more with another daily live stream, and the FUD, the blood is all in the water. Panic and pandemonium is everywhere right now, and am I worried? Are you worried? I'm sure some of you may be worried. Me personally, I have not a single shred of doubt in my mind that this is going to be temporary, that we're going to see a reversal in the market very soon potentially, that this is just the nature of what's happening right now. There are 3 to 4 major reasons right now why crypto and Kaspa is correcting. Very crucial reasons, a massive warning to you all of why it's happening while seeing a crypto flash crash. But make no mistake, the market will come back. I like to believe, not financial advice. Kaspa will come back. And in my belief, Kaspa will have one of, if not the most volatile runs out in this crypto space when the market returns, based on developments happening right now regarding smart contracts, regarding listings, regarding other major developments, the KII included, and also developments in the crypto space as well. As always though, if you've been enjoying these daily live streams, leave a like, helps me out more than you know, share with your friends and subscribe for more. Crypto Ghost, my man, welcome back to the stream. Love to have you here. As well to you, DD, welcome back everyone else. Bingo Bango, my man. Casper Frog, I'm doing good. And yes, you're completely right. Hope everyone's taking the opportunity to short the downside, or at least DCA into it. Don't panic, don't be emotional, be logical. This correction I was foretelling would happen for the past couple of weeks. Even when Bitcoin made a new all-time high at $104,000, I suspected we'll see a correction at some point. The market is overheated. Now there's a key catalyst to why Bitcoin and crypto is correcting, because of Microsoft. Gotta love Microsoft, right? Which was a bit of a surprise to me, but also at the same time not, because there are a lot of boomers at the shareholders of Microsoft. But either way, we'll get into that in a moment. And remember, this sort of stuff is always going to happen, but make no mistake, crypto still got higher highs to come. Paul, my man, no panic for Kaspa holders. We are used to 15 cents for nearly the past 400 days. You know what I mean? We are used to these sort of price ranges. 15 cents as much as frustrating after making a new all-time high. Think about it this way, right? The upside. We have been struggling to break above this 18.2 cents level of resistance for 4 months, since August 2nd. We finally broke above it, and like clockwork, as you will, the crypto market's like, we got other plans for you. Let's start dumping on you. It always happens in the market. It's very frustrating for Kaspa holders. But either way, the fact of the matter being, we saw these new high levels for the first time in months is a crucial boon for us all. A very big catalyst for us. It's coming down because it's time to come down, because crypto and Bitcoin's coming down. But this is a very, very positive sign for me, suggesting that we're still going to see higher highs, potentially at the end of this month still. Potentially we still have a chance of seeing Kaspa return to all-time high before the end of December. Of course, we'll get into that in a moment. But either way, we can see Kaspa come down a little bit further. For me, I don't think it'll drop any lower, worst case, than 11.4. This zone here, I think, is the lowest it will drop. More or less around here. That's when we saw Kaspa start in November. November 1st was the price target around here. So I think worst case will in around this region if Bitcoin comes down quite heavily. If Bitcoin ends up correcting or, finding some support at these levels here at 92 or 89k. I mean, right now it's even staying quite strong at 895. But if it comes down further, worst I see it coming down as these zones here. If it stays up here, then I think Kaspa worst case will come down to 11. If it goes lower, then maybe Kaspa comes lower. But again, we'll get into that in a moment. Either way, I'm not worried. I think Kaspa's still due for a very big reversal. I lost $150 in Kaspa. I'm sorry to hear that, my man. I really am. Ultimately, this is the market. It's very risky, so trade at your own discretion and be very careful, devise your own trading strategies. The silver line I can give you, the FOMO I can give you, is that this is temporary. I believe so. Everyone, I think, also agrees with me that it's temporary, and we're going to see higher highs to come this month and months to follow. Kaspa, for me, is still on track to be hitting at least $2 a cycle, and we are going to hopefully see much highs coming with that as well. I hope things are going well for you all. I think it's not over, and we have yet another correction. They'll want to take liquidity and next. Yes, I mean, much as it cut off there, yes, I agree. We've got higher highs incoming. Right now, we are witnessing the biggest liquidation since the last cycle of 2021, which is saying something, and we are not even in the full. We are in the bull cycle now. We're not in the top. Make no mistake. Don't make a mistake. I'm making a video on this later today, actually, so you can go check it out then when it comes out later today. But don't make the mistake of thinking that this is the top of the cycle. It's not. I can, again, not financial advice, but my conviction in that is 99.999%. There's no way that this is the top of the cycle. Fact of the matter being is, we've got a post here. I'll show you guys many more posts in this stream as well to support them. But here we can see the Bitcoin balances on exchanges have dropped to their lowest point ever. So the amount of Bitcoin available to buy is at a lowest point ever, yet the Bitcoin's dropping. That's not retail doing it. That's institutions causing the correction because of what's happening in the market to pushing the price lower so they can scoop up more. I can promise you now, BlackRock might be selling a little bit, but they'll be buying up a lot more in these dips. There's no doubt about it in my mind. You've seen the biggest liquidation right now happening. Coinbase traders are starting selling off. Liquidation cascade triggered by the biggest drop, so on and so forth. The market was over here. This is also a key feature. I've been talking about this in the last few streams as well. We can see here on the funding heat map on coinglass.com. This right now is the market where we were a week ago. Look how orange it is, how overheated it was. A similar sort of period in time we saw back in December or January 1st, beginning of this year, 2024. 1 year ago today. This is how overheated it got it, and then we saw 3 months of a cool-off period. We are literally repeating what happened last year, pretty much. That's what I predicted would happen, as what's happening right now. We're going through a cool-off period. It might not be lasting that long, because again, I don't think it will last that long, actually, because Trump's getting into office in about a month's time, 5 weeks' time. And of course, we have the FOMC meeting happening in just 9 days' time, or 8 days' time. Also a very crucial catalyst. Stuff I'll get into in this moment as well. But ultimately, we're in a cool-off period. It will come down more, I suspect, and then we'll see consolidation, reversal, price higher and higher, and hopefully a lot higher prices to follow as well. But yes, don't be emotional, be logical. Understand that Kaspa's still got higher highs to come, despite Kaspa being down at 6.40% daily time frame right now, 15.4 cents in value. Kaspa's not done. Crypto's not done. We're going to see higher highs incoming. Now, where to start with this stream is one of those ones. I want to start with Kaspa, and I will get to Kaspa, but I'm going to start with the understanding of what's happening in this space. Why crypto and Kaspa is correcting. So, Microsoft shareholders had a vote today, happened today, voting against Bitcoin investment proposal. Now, I was partly surprised because I thought, well, Bitcoin is just going to go up, right? Everyone understands how big Bitcoin's going to be, so why would you vote against it? But again, then I remembered that Microsoft shareholders, they're mainly boomers. They're mainly just so hell-bent on being with fiat and dollars. They don't want to go anywhere else. Gold. They don't want to look at crypto. They hate it because that's what they are told to hate because they don't understand it. So while I was partly surprised, I'm also not too surprised because, again, it's what that generation expects. So as a result of that, Microsoft shareholders voting against Bitcoin, that has caused Bitcoin to correct more in value. We saw Bitcoin come down quite severely yesterday, coming down total of 6%, evening out at 3.71% at 97k. And then we saw it come down more today. But again, we've seen on 2 occasions now where Bitcoin has rebounded off this wick here. So this seems to be another level of support for Bitcoin around 94.3k. So potentially, Bitcoin won't correct too much heavily from here. But of course, time will tell. I suspect we could see lower lows. I wouldn't be against the idea of it. And again, I'm not too surprised considering, once more, that the market is still very overheated. It's cooling off now, finally, but it's been overheated for a long time. Remember, November last month, we saw Bitcoin go from 68k down here to 104k in a month. We saw over $1 trillion injected into Bitcoin and crypto last month. Insane numbers. It was bound to have a reversal. How severe the reversal will be, time will tell. Right now, we've seen a total reversal from its absolute peak up here of about 8%. And that's, from top to bottom. Taking it from, the top we saw ending on the trading days. We saw it come from here, and now it's down here. So only 5% correction, which is not too severe. I think we could still see at least 10 for Bitcoin. I think we could see Bitcoin at least come down to around 89k. Again, it might come down that far. It may not come down that far. Again, time will tell. But ultimately, people who are saying Bitcoin comes to 66k, which I know, like KSI, the very popular YouTuber, said that much. I'm not saying it's incorrect. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think that would be, a quite severe circumstance to see us seeing a, 35% correction in crypto from here. Could happen. That would cause a massive liquidation in the market, but will that mean crypto's dead? No. You'll see a lot of people start flooding it, I'm sure, but I don't think crypto will be dead by then. You might see this happening. If you see a double top, this might happen. But I don't think crypto will be dead by that point. Either way, this is what's happening right now. It's one reason, one of 3 reasons why crypto's correcting right now, to my belief. The second reason, of course, I mentioned was the market being overheated, which I showed already as well. The 3 and 4 reasons. The third reason to me is the FOMC meeting. Now, we got the reports that came through on the 6th, I believe, of December, so 4 days ago. The reports from job datas, which was positive, suggesting and hinting at the possibility for more rate cuts happening on the 18th of December in 8 days' time from the FOMC meeting. Of course, rate cuts is a good thing to alleviate more pressure from the economy, to allow more money to flood into crypto, because you'll see more people being able to take out loans to invest, if you will. So it's a good thing. But at the same time, it can cause the opposite effect. Remember what happened last time when we looked at what happened last time when we had the first rate cuts that happened back in September 15th here. It was not September 15th. I can look at Kaspa, it's easy to find here. So September 1st, when we saw the first discussions about rate cuts here. So September 1st here from Bitcoin was around here. Bitcoin came down from the zone here, down here. We saw a 10% correction following the inevitability of the belief in the market that we see rate cuts. Then it came back corrected, came back higher. Then we got to, the belief we'll see a 50 basis point rate cut. We saw more correction, but ultimately we saw it go higher and higher. Right now we are seeing, in my belief, the market correct to become a lower rate cut market. You don't get what I mean? Right now we're at, I think it's a 4%. Or I think I might, maybe 4.7%. Okay, I might have butchered that. Either way, we've already seen 75 basis point rate cuts in the market so far. We've seen 50, then 25. We're likely going to see another 25% in the job data. So right now we're seeing the market trying to shift to become a lower rate market, and then potentially soon enough we'll see the market start pushing up higher and higher. The FOMC meeting will come through, we'll see the rate cuts likely, and then we'll see the market go higher from there. So we've got war. Okay, I didn't even mention that part yet. So we've got rate cuts being one reason why the market's correcting now, but it should come back, which is why I think this correction for Bitcoin won't be too long or won't be too severe, because again, we've got a big catalyst happening in about a week's time that could be ended up reversing the market. We got Microsoft being another key reason why we are seeing the market correct, and we also have the market being overheated right now. We're seeing a cool off. It'll be a short cool off, and I think we'll still see higher highs by the end of this month, by December. The last reason is war. I heard some reports regarding apparently stuff happening in Syria, and we know how bad war can be in this economy for crypto and investing. So those are the 4 key reasons why currently Bitcoin and therefore Kaspa is correcting, to my knowledge. War, Microsoft, market being overheated, and incoming rate cuts. Rate cuts are good for the economy, but it causes corrections first, followed by pumps. Either way, this is not going to be, for me, a testament to where crypto is going to be finishing. We are not seeing the top of Bitcoin at 104k. Bitcoin to me will reach at least 150, 130 to be conservative. We have reports from the likes of Bitwise, who predicts that Bitcoin will reach 200k, Ethereum to 7k, and Solana to $750. Now, I'm not saying they're correct. Again, make sure you do your own research. Remember, these are institutions. Everyone has their own agendas. So be careful. Make sure you always trust your own gut. All I can do is help you provide information to help you devise your own trading strategy. I'm not telling you what to do. Do your own research. But either way, some institutions are saying we're going to see a lot higher highs with Bitcoin, which I believe and I agree that Bitcoin will go higher. I can't agree with 200k. I'm not sure, because I don't have trillions in my asset under management to be able to make that decision and choose the market for myself. But either way, Bitcoin will go higher from here. Right now, if you look at the CBBI, confidence at the peak right now, it's the Bitcoin Bull Run Index using 9 real-time metrics. Right now, it shows to us that we are currently in 81. The market ends up becoming overheated and starts seeing corrections when we're in the 90s. So we're not there yet. We've still got higher highs incoming, so once more, this correction is, what happens in markets. You don't always see higher highs, right? You'll see it come up, it's coming back down, a correction cycle. You'll see a lot of longs be liquidated, people who are trading. You'll see a lot of people get, lose their money. You start getting upset, but the money will come back. I believe it will. I think the market will reverse very, very soon. So yeah, we're seeing a cool off right now. We can see in the past 2 or 3 days it's been cooling off now. We still got high confidence, despite the fact it's cooling off. The confidence is not dipped down at all. That's still stayed at 81, so the confidence is still very, very high. And as a result, therefore, and Microsoft, of course, doing this whole not voting against it, that has caused Bitcoin to correct. But Kaspa, where it's at with Kaspa? Kaspa's following this path right now because it's what's happening in the market. But the reversal for crypto and Kaspa will be very, very big and happening soon enough. We've got more developments here regarding crypto. I'll get into it in a moment. But let's get into the Kaspa development beforehand, because that's, you know, it's well, ultimately it's a Kaspa channel. As much as it's a crypto channel trying to educate and help everyone out, it's Kaspa we mainly care about. KAA may perform like ADA, or Kaspa may perform like ADA did last cycle when Bitcoin dropped 50% after this first top. ADA only dropped about 30% while other alts were decimated. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Kaspa's a very, very strong asset. But while it does follow Bitcoin, it follows it quite loosely, as showcased throughout its whole life cycle. So it might see a very minimal correction compared to other coins, and then start seeing a reversal. But of course, time will tell. Good evening, Kevin, my man. Welcome back to the stream. What's up, Vaz? Hope you're doing well, my man. Microsoft holders are the types to have gold coins locked away in their attic, living in the 19th. Yeah, exactly. They're just boomers, right? They trust gold and they trust dollars. Don't know why you trust dollars, but they mainly trust gold, right? They don't trust Bitcoin, despite that there's a growing center behind Bitcoin, but that narrative will change soon, or they're going to be left behind. If Bitcoin was to reach $220,000 top, that'd be amazing. I can't say for sure, but either way, Bitcoin going higher is, for me, almost a necessity, an inevitability, if you will. It's far from being the top for the moment. The whales are eating well, and we will have our time to shine soon. Hold strong. Couldn't say it better myself, DD. You're completely right. So, Kaspa. Today is the day we made history once again with the release of Atomic Swap on the KRC20. Has been activated. Apparently, it's live on Caspiano, also known as Kaspa.com. I finally figured out what this was referring to. It is Caspiano's website, coming very, very soon. Caspiano seems to be quite a unique, innovative, tool, if you will, which is, it's reassuring to see more of these, decks and more of these other platforms being built for KRC20. Seems to have got quite a lot of support behind some key Kaspa members, or people who support Kaspa, like Christian Ludwig. So, good to see all in all. And this KRC20 Atomic Swap is going to be a crucial feature to make these smart contracts happen in the future, to make KRC20 also a lot better. So we can see it from Chris Kang. An important thing to note, if you're getting a bit unsure about Kaspa, from September to December, so September, October, November, December, so what, 4 months, KRC20 has been listed on more than 10 centralized exchanges. Most of them are running their own indexes. With the release of Atomic Swap, which happened today, Kasplex opens a new way of trading KRC20 without a middleman. And we are happy to see that Kaspa.com, Crocbot and Kaspa Market IO are dedicated to integrating this feature. This is, of course, is Caspiano here. So there are, again, three in particular here that are, working towards making, Kaspa and KRC20 that much better of an ecosystem right now. Remember, key part being here, not your keys, not your coins, not your keys, not your crypto. This is why I also, I incentivize, don't want to say advise not the right word. I believe strongly in the ownership of having a Tangent wallet or a One Key or a Ledger, having access to your safekeeping of your assets. Don't leave it on an exchange, because you never know what's going to happen. We've seen a lot of dilemmas happening with the likes of Coinbase recently, with the likes of XT recently, with Mexi as well. Multiple exchanges have their own shortcomings. That's why you've got to have your own keys, not your crypto sort of thing. So choose to keep your KRC20 assets either in regulated centralized exchanges or in your wallet. This is what Atomic Swap provides for you. No middlemen. It is a safer way of holding onto Kaspa KRC20, which is, of course, very, very big news. And this is ultimately what it comes down to as well. KRC20 is a crucial, key, necessary step towards smart contracts, which will be game-changing for Kaspa. The late-running advantages of Kaspa smart contract designs, quote, we've had a decade to do research and development and devise new, more capable solutions than Ethereum and the Ethereum virtual machine, right? That's what is being stated here from Aspect, the guys developing smart contracts. I'm not going to read into this too much detail. I'll leave all information once more in my free Discord server. Again, link is on my YouTube homepage, in my description, also now in the chat. But ultimately right now, the point to understand is that where smart contracts for Kaspa will be groundbreaking, the reason why it's going to be so groundbreaking as well is because they've had the Kaspa as well. Keep in mind, as much as their project only 3 years old, it could have launched in 2018, so it could technically be 6 years old. But more importantly, the research behind it has been since 2012, at least. It's been a decade of research and development. Kaspa's only a very new project, but the development behind it is decades old. So with smart contracts coming out, they've been looking into this for a very, very long time. So that's the another advantage of Kaspa smart contracts. Why it'll be better than Ethereum's is because they've been doing the research for it for so long. Ethereum has kind of just done with what they've done with, and they're happy with what they have, basically. Smart contracts are going to be as seamless as possible, as we can see here from Michael Sutton. The entry exit on L1 funds, the protocol must enable deposits and withdrawals of native L1 funds to add to L2, ensuring consistent state and authorized spending. Once more, this is why smart contracts are going to be so big for Kaspa. Why, when the smart contracts come out, it's going to come out in summer of 2025. It's not actually that long away now. People are now speculating, where the top of the cycle is going to be, and it's going to be Q1, summer, November time. We don't know. We can't say for sure. We can make predictions. Of course, the market seems to suggest we're going to see sort of tops happening in and around first quarter. That might therefore negate the top for Kaspa where it can go to, but I think Kaspa's going to have either its own miniature run or stem the bleeding based on the developments like smart contracts here. It's going to be a huge thing coming in due time. And smart contracts coming in 2025, 10 BPS, making it more scalable, will happen in the first quarter of 2025. It's only 3 months away from now, not far at all. What is everyone, even the staunchest Kaspa advocates, is underestimating what this network can achieve. So ultimately, that's another big problem. The problem, or not problem, but the factor to take into account as well, is a lot of people right now are underestimating, or seemingly underestimating, what Kaspa potential is, what it can do. And the reason why is because no one's seen it's been used yet. We haven't seen it operational. We've seen Kaspa with a testnet 11, and we've seen how good that is, but we don't know how it will act on the mainnet. We don't see how it's going to act with 32 blocks per second, 100 blocks per second, with smart contracts, with developers and stuff building on chain. We're seeing small inklings of it, which is a very important thing to see, but we haven't got a clue yet. But I do believe that we, for a fact of matter, I think we are underestimating how big Kaspa is going to be. I'm not saying Kaspa is going to go to $10 a cycle. I think Kaspa will reach higher highs in the cycles to follow. I think Kaspa's a bit late this cycle, why it won't peak so high potentially, but I think we're still going to see some decent price movement for Kaspa potentially, and I'm still saying minimum for me $2. I'm hoping to go higher, again, not financial advice. But I think we are underestimating Kaspa. Kaspa, according to Shai, is the endgame L1, based on the fact that, again, right now, as it is, Kaspa the fastest proof of work. But with 10 BPS for smart contracts, it will be one of the fastest, if not the fastest, blockchain or block DAG platform in this space. And it also have smart contracts allowing people to develop on top of it, and therefore it will be quick, seamless, secure, decentralized. No other platform in this space can attest to what Kaspa is going to have. The key factor being the decentralized aspect. A lot of them, some are lacking security as well. Kaspa has security because it's decentralized as well. Kaspa is literally the trilemma solver. When we're seeing this market, we're seeing it right now. As Nathan Rothschild says, the first Baron Rothschild says, the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. And that is what we're seeing right now. That is not me telling you to buy. Me personally, I'm still buying, of course. We're seeing blood in the streets. Crypto and Bitcoin's correcting quite badly as a result of all the developments. But I see this as a premium buying opportunity. I've seen Kaspa for the first time in months make a new high, which is fantastic. And we're seeing a lot of developments happening in this month and months to follow. More listings coming out as well. So I'm taking this opportunity to buy and stack more Kaspa. Seeing Kaspa again at 15 cents is a blessing, because Kaspa in due time is going to surpass all-time highs and probably never return to these levels again. At least that's my belief once more. People are saying Kaspa won't reach that very high, and you can devise your own trading strategy. But for me, Kaspa's going to go much higher and sooner than we think. And Nathan Rothschild here, absolutely crazy capital behind him. He's very, very rich. He understands that, buy the rumor, sell the news with the blood in the water. Don't panic, you buy more. And here we got from Wolfie, right? Wolfie, who is the Kaspa business developer and, head of listing, if you will, just put out here, typically over-exaggerated news dump. Microsoft boomers still think Bitcoin is one that's based on thin air. Like this is a news flash or something. It didn't need Microsoft to hit 103k. It won't do it again, far beyond. So Bitcoin didn't need Microsoft to reach where it got to. We saw that it didn't need it. It did it by itself. Microsoft not backing Bitcoin, while frustrating and causing this FUD, not unexpected, and has caused a lot of people to be upset to buy it, and there's the market dumping. But again, we are seeing the amount being held on exchanges still at very high levels, very low levels, the lowest point ever, while the price is still going higher and higher. So Microsoft not being here is what it is. Their loss. They're going to miss out on a hell of a lot of money coming through with crypto very soon. That's the reason why Wall Street are, double, if not tripling down on Bitcoin right now. Quadrupling down when you get regulatory clarity with Donald Trump coming through. It's going to go much, much higher. So, as Crypto Posterlight puts it here, which I agree with, if you think that was the pump for Kaspa reaching 18, almost 19 cents. You're totally wrong. This was just the warm-up. According to the Kaspa heat map, the risk metric is at just 0.27. When it ends up being at 0.9, so closer to it is to 1, that's when we're overheated, that's when the market should start correcting as a result. But right now, the risk to Kaspa right now, according to the heat map, again, it's one indicator of many. There are more things you want to take into account when investing with Kaspa as well, any project, but the heat map for Kaspa right now is saying the risk is extremely low. Extremely low right now, it's blue. Overheat, it's the same thing with the funding heat map here. This is Bitcoin right now, got very overheated, and now it's blue, so the risk, technically speaking, is not really high with Bitcoin right now. But I think we'll see this being blue for at least another week or so, or maybe another 3 or 4 days. Again, potentially leading to the FOMC meeting, we'll see. But we're seeing it come down right now. It's being cooling off. The same thing's being said right now for this heat map. It's cooling off. It's been cooled off for a long time since it reached its all-time high. It's been cooling off, and now it's cool, very cool, and we're going to start seeing heating up again, and Kaspa's going to start running very, very soon. We're seeing more listings. Kaspa upcoming on Nexo, which is, very, very cool to see. Now, I have not heard of Nexo. See if I can find it on CoinMarketCap. I've not looked into it too much. But I can't see it right. Okay, so if I go here. Don't see Nexo right now. No idea where it is. I mean, yeah, I don't see where Nexo actually is as an exchange, so I can't give any stats behind it. I'm sure I'll be able to find it maybe a little bit when I have a bit more time to look into it whilst not doing it on the fly. But either way, another new listing, which is good to see. More listings coming to Kaspa. Of course, it is still not the tier 1s, which we want to see. But we have big news regarding that, at least in my belief. So Kaspa coming into Nexo, very big, more listings, more adoption. Apparently the premium digital asset wealth platform, is not directed towards UK users. But either way, more listings is very, very good to see. Now, while I'm talking about big one listings, we've got this post here, Kaspa Cats, talking about Binance. Now, I'm not going to get into this whole thing about, spreading the word for Kaspa. We already know when to spread the word for Kaspa. But remember once more, I'll repeat it time and time again, this crucial, important KEF AMA that happened last month. Look at the volume for Kaspa right now. Yes, we're seeing blood in the water, but look at the volume for Kaspa right now. More importantly, look at the volume for Bybit and BitGet. 12.3% and almost 10%. That's huge. I think it's probably the highest I've seen it since I've been paying attention to this stuff, which happened last month. KEF. Those who are new won't know what I'm saying. Those who've been here for a while, you'll know what I'm going to say either way. But the KEF, the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation, held an AMA last month where they stated that they've been talking to these tier 1s for months. And they stated that Kraken listing was going to happen in November. It did. They also stated that the other tier 1s, the likes of therefore Binance, OKX, Coinbase, you name it, they have quote-unquote unfavorable requests. What they require is TVL. What these tier 1s look towards for a project to list it is TVL, which stands for Total Value Locked, which Kaspa, being a famous proof of work, in the traditional sense doesn't have TVL. It's not like Ethereum or XRP that has, locked up in escrow. So they look for TVL, Kaspa has not got that. Therefore, what they look for, as well as TVL, but Kaspa has not got that, they look for volume. In particular, volume on the top exchanges. We're seeing volume of Kaspa being at one of the highest levels we have seen forever, pretty much. The highest we've seen Kaspa in volume was on the flash crash happening on August 1st. That flash crash, we saw the volume reach around 550 million, and also when Kraken listed Kaspa, or announced a listing, we saw equally 578 million, which is huge. Huge news. We are now seeing the volume for Kaspa reaching levels that had never happened before without a major catalyst. Normally you see a major catalyst. Again, flash crash, Kraken. This here is just purely, well, I want to say retail, but I can't really attest to that. And maybe exchanges doing it as well. Speculation exchanges doing it. But either way, we're seeing it just happen organically. It's not happening from a major announcement. It's organic happening. This is one of the highest we've seen it in a very, very long time. And better still, a lot of this is now actually coming not from Mexi and Gate. It's still Mexi and Gate dominating it, 100 million, 150 million almost a piece. But it's also coming a lot from the so-called tier 1s. Now, we consider Kraken as the only tier 1. But the KF also said the other tier 1s, so Binance and them lot, they look towards the likes of Bybit and BitGet, which is understandable. Look at it. BitGet's number 6. Bybit is number 2. So where we don't consider them tier 1s, the KF and other tier 1s apparently do consider them as big exchanges to look towards. So with Bybit taking up almost 10% and BitGet taking up almost 12 or over 12%, that is a big indicator to show us that right now we are seeing more adoption from the top exchanges with Kaspa, which therefore will incentivize these other exchanges to want to jump on board and continue in this bullish momentum. Whilst Kaspa's not up, so it's not bullish in that regard, the adoption and the belief in Kaspa as looking in towards it is more bullish. So this is a very, very key factor. So this also supports the benefit and potential seeing of, you see potentially the likes of Binance and other tier 1s launching Kaspa on their platform in due time. In regards to the top addresses right now, we can see the addresses right now have still been climbing despite the correction, which is once more interesting. Almost at the milestone of 450,000 addresses. We're seeing that growing more and more. That at one point was 14.5, literally a week ago. Now it's at 17, which means the larger wallets, which typically are exchanges, are accumulating more and more. Gate again, adding 18.6 million Kaspa, Uphold 1 million. Another Mexi wallet, whilst their biggest one losing 7.4, this wallet was an Aquaman at one point. Now it's been losing more and more, sending a lot of it to its second wallet here. Even Mexi adding a lot more. 21.3 million Kaspa. BitGet adding more as well. So the big exchanges are adding more and more. This wallet here, unsure which one it is, also added 2.3 million Kaspa. And all the other exchanges here, this one is speculated to be a Binance wallet. It's not added more today from the looks of things, but we did see it add more yesterday. We saw it add 5, so about 5.7 million Kaspa yesterday. So we're seeing more and more massive addresses holding and building up more and more Kaspa, which is a big factor supporting the reason why Kaspa, again, one reason why exchanges tend to build up more accumulation of a project is in the anticipation of there being a run very, very soon from a major catalyst, potentially a massive exchange. These exchanges talk to each other. That's what I understand from this market. They talk to each other. So therefore, potentially you have the likes of Gate and Mexi and BitGet and Bybit talking to each other and also talking to the likes of Binance who are gearing up to list Kaspa. When? Not sure. If it will happen, yes. For me, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Kaspa will be listed on Binance. I'm hoping before the end of the month, but of course, time will tell. We have seen Kaspa have multiple connections to the likes of Binance through, Binance attending their booths at crypto conventions, to Binance being this CoinMarketCap being the Binance run website, showcasing that they put a disclaimer on their booths about Kaspa or news about Kaspa saying that it's poised for a significant move very soon based on exchange listings, based on developments, based on other factors as well, which I'm losing my train of thought here. But either we also got the Trust wallets here being again Binance and Trust wallet being Binance wallets as well. There's so many connections to Binance and Kaspa. For me, it will happen this cycle, and that will be a key catalyst to seeing Kaspa price rise. That'll bring more retail involved, making all the other developments for Kaspa like smart contracts that much more bullish. So while yes, the market cap is down right now, crypto's down right now, it's not out. It's just biding its time. Market's down right now, it happens. But there's so much more coming for Kaspa, which is why I'm not worried about it. Binance will happen in the future. And we've got this post here from Jim here, who is quite a key Kaspa KOL, key opinion leader. He says right now, and to an extent I agree that Kaspa right now feels like Ethereum in 2017 when it was less than $200. Go to CoinMarketCap and view Ethereum in terms of market cap, and you'll see how it went from sub $4 billion to $123 billion market cap. And that's still kind of my understanding of Kaspa. In the conservative sense, I see Kaspa going from its current value of around 3 billion, 4 billion right now to the heights of 50 billion as my conservative prediction, seeing it reaching $2. My average prediction was seeing it reach $4, so around $100 billion market cap. If it follows in Ethereum's footsteps, it will, because Ethereum went from 4 billion to 123 billion. We can see that here. A lot of Ethereum right here. Go on its all time and go to market cap. I'm even just zooming on this part here. Saw it go from 4 billion here and then jump to 123. Well, that's even 8 billion right now in that cycle. We saw it go from 4 billion 2017, so that's around here. And then we saw it jump to 123 billion, which is where it's at right now. Well, actually no, that's here. Right, is here. Okay, don't know why. Okay, that's me losing my marbles there. But either way, went from 4 billion to the peak of that cycle in 125 billion. And I see Kaspa doing I can see Kaspa had the potential to do similar sort of runs, which would put it around $4 or $5. Of course, time will tell. Kaspa's technology is better than Ethereum's. At least it will be by the end of the cycle. The question is, will it last and will it still have enough momentum by the cycle top? Will it still have enough momentum to keep pumping? Again, time will tell. But smart contracts being a key catalyst will send Kaspa parabolic. It will potentially start stealing liquidity and volume from Ethereum, being that it's the biggest exchange in regard to trading. But the fees are so expensive. People, I'm sure, going to start jumping to Solana, start jumping to even XRP's, XRP Ledger. Kaspa, with the KI launching projects literally on day one of the smart contracts being integrated onto the platform, we'll start seeing KI start launching that. I might start seeing Kaspa coming up more and more to become the endgame layer 1. So that would put Kaspa over $4. Not saying it'll happen. I'm saying for me personally, I see my bearish case is $2 to $3 Kaspa. My hopeful and still target, if you will, is 4 to 5. 7 is very, very bullish, and anything above 7 for me is moonboy unicorn numbers, which is not impossible, but it requires some insane things like maybe Bitcoin reaching a $300,000 market cap. While possible, highly unlikely in my opinion. I'm still holding towards 150 to 180 as my bullish case for Bitcoin. Of course, I'll still keep a little bit of a bag in there as a moon bag just in case it goes higher. And equally with Kaspa, even when the market starts correcting, I'm going to take out a lot of my profit, probably 60, 70, 80%, but leave a lot of it in there, still enough in there so if it does go on another run, I'll make a little bit extra before taking a little bit more of it out. I've also got the KRI again. KRI is in Abu Dhabi today, showing one of their projects, the Gigawatt stablecoin, to our energy industry colleagues. It was well received. Dubai, huge new Abu Dhabi is absolutely major stuff. Shout out to Quick Crypto, not Quick, that's me. Shout out to Kaspa, my man, for showing me this, linking it to me. Again, those who want to follow me on Twitter, you can equally, if you find, I always do my research in it anyways, but if you find some, crucial information that you think is very, very cool, just at me and I'll cover it in a stream most likely. But either way, that is absolutely massive news. So we're going to see the KRI, once more the KRI mentioned they're going to be a market maker for Kaspa. Their goal is to bring more adoption to Kaspa as a project, to get out there into the real world. And remember as well, some of you may not remember because you might be a bit late, but either way, if you've been following me for a while, you'll remember that Roy O'Neill of the KII, who's basically the main spokesperson for Kaspa, truth be told, he mentioned in an AMA, a roundtable on Twitter, how long ago? Probably about 3 months ago now, 2-3 months ago now. But he stated that he spoke to a major financial institution that manages between $20 to $40 trillion of assets under management a year, or customer assets a year. 20 to 40 trillion, insane numbers. They currently manage 95% of their settlements on the Ethereum chain. And Roy O'Neill told them, if you switch to Kaspa, on the gas fees alone, you'd save tens of millions of dollars. So he's already doing his due diligence as the KRI's capital market maker to get Kaspa's name out there to major institutions who are already utilizing crypto right now, to hopefully therefore repeat, if not even surpass, what Ethereum did in its first cycle. We are still early with Kaspa. The market's correcting as a result of all the developments happening in the space, Microsoft, war, market being overheated, and FOMC meeting with rate cuts on the horizon. That's why the market's correcting. Kaspa's correcting as a result of that as well, but for me, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Kaspa will come back. Now, XRP is pumping right now. I am unsure. It's just started, so maybe if I do my if I can look into XRP, I'll end up probably doing it. I'll see if I can do it a little bit now, see if something's happened. But now, the only reason why I think XRP will be pumping is because either the investors want that to happen. Oh, there you go. I figured. There you go. Ripple officially received approval from the NYDFS for their Ripple stablecoin. I had a feeling that was the case. That's why Ripple's pumping right now. XRP is pumping because the Ripple stablecoin has now got approval, meaning it will come out very, very shortly. Now, that's quite a coincidence of a timing while the market is correcting right now. So will it do a significant pump? I don't. If the market is still in an uptrend, like a massive uptrend, I figure let's put it above $3. Now it's tough to say because the market is in a bit, not in a downtrend, but it's bleeding a little bit. So of course time will tell, but either way, that's why XRP is the only one pumping the market right now, because their stablecoin's now been officially approved, which is huge news. I'll be talking about that more so in my Discord server and in the future, what it can be for XRP, why I think it's going to be a very, very big deal. Ultimately, why I hold XRP again is for this sort of fact that even though I don't trust the company, I know it's centralized, I see it as an investment opportunity, and I just hedge my bets into it to make some gains, and I made some gains in it, and I'm going to see hopefully a lot more in the cycle as well. But either way, regarding Kaspa, price down, crypto down, it's not out though. You've got smart contracts, when there's time to buy when blood's in the streets, you've got smart contracts, you've got more developments, more listings, Binance will happen in this cycle, the KRI are going to help making Kaspa much more well-known in this space, you've got more developments regarding, atomic swaps, so again that's towards smart contracts, a key development towards smart contracts. We've got this of Caspiano as well. I do want to quickly address, before I get into some more news regarding, other big Kaspa developments, I got asked a question in my last stream, which doesn't atomic swaps make it less desirable for miners on the Kaspa network? And I remember the question, because it was a good question, and I did my own research and I looked into it, and the answer that I have concluded with it is no. Atomic swaps, generally, they don't actually negatively impact miners on the Kaspa network because they can potentially increase the number of transactions on the network. Because again, it's kind of the middleman. So it makes it more seamless, more faster confirmation times. So you'll see increased number of transactions because there's no middlemen, which could lead therefore to more rewards for the miners. So you'll see increased network activity. You'll see potentially more use cases. Atomic swaps also leading towards smart contracts. It's a very, very, very big deal. And it also enhance the network security. So that's my understanding of it. I understand the belief behind it, which the belief behind it was because they don't get a cut from the fee of the transaction, they would not, it impact them negatively, but actually it's not the case. Because you'll see more transactions coming through, so that actually give them more ways to make money. Of course, everything Kaspa's doing is, making it more inclusive for everyone. Like in particular, the miners are the main reason why Kaspa's doing so well. It's a proof of work at the end of the day. So either way, very, very big thing. And speaking of which, Kaspa mining is more, obviously we know it's more energy efficient than the likes of Bitcoin right now. And Marathon are, continuously adding more and more Bitcoin to their balance sheets. They're doing the same with Kaspa as well, but they're not talking about Kaspa, of course, because Bitcoin is, they're a Bitcoin mining company. But I'm sure in due time they'll be speaking more and more about Kaspa openly, because Kaspa is the only other altcoin in existence for them to start diversifying into, and Kaspa again is more energy efficient than Bitcoin, also going into the energy sector again thanks to the KRI. So it will be in their best interest to start looking into Kaspa more and more. Of course, Kaspa will become less profitable for mining probably in the future when Kaspa ends up mining all of it and Bitcoin just, Bitcoin's emission schedule is not as aggressive. But then you've got KRC20. I'm sure Marathon will stick around for a while, and I'm sure Marathon shareholders are very happy with Kaspa in regards to the fact that you're going to have a lot more gains coming very soon when Kaspa has its takeoff, which again, keep in mind that Kaspa's been suppressed for so long, over a year now, that when the breakoff happens, when the breakout does happen above 20.7 cents, for me it'll be a very, very volatile spike, hopefully leading towards this zone here of 35 cents, pushing towards $1 quite quickly afterwards, and then $2 and beyond that. Of course though, time will tell. Time will tell. I could not care less about Microsoft not wanting Bitcoin, their loss. I completely agree. It sucks for the market where it's at right now, but ultimately it doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's their loss. They're going to lose out, but Bitcoin and crypto is going to go higher as a result of that, and we can see, that being quite evident right now as Russian lawmakers propose strategic Bitcoin reserve to counter geopolitical challenges. Huge news. Russian State Duma deputy has asked Finance Minister of Russia to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So Microsoft are now missing out, and they're going to start losing to this sort of stuff as well. Trump is going to be very focused on the price of Bitcoin during his presidency, according to Axio. Crypto.com is partnered with Deutsche Bank, one of the biggest banks in Europe, to expand corporate banking support across Singapore, Australia, and Hong Kong. South Korea has passed a bill to postpone taxes on crypto assets gains for 2 more years until 2027. I might go to South Korea, honestly, who knows? Although the martial law there's a bit of a sticky one. But either way, that's very, very bullish once more. And I'll get into this post here as well, but this one here, probably the biggest one from Cathy Woods here, which is her confirmation that when Gary Gensler leaves the SEC on the 20th of January and ends up joining, and you have Trump and Paul Atkins, joining and taking their tenure at the same date, that'll probably be this so-called flip the switch moment. You'll see the digital asset space take off and thrive because you'll have crypto support in the highest parts of the country as opposed to stifling innovation. It's like extremely big deal for crypto, and this will be big for Kaspa as well, no doubt about it. So while you see Microsoft fading Bitcoin, it's going to be their loss. They're going to lose out a lot from the inevitability of what's happening in this space. Microsoft still got the mindset of Operation Choke Point, where a lot of the older politicians who are very anti-crypto, they didn't want crypto to do well. They failed. They tried their best, but they failed. And now you're seeing a lot of anti-crypto politicians who are being just removed from office. Right now, we've got the most pro-crypto cabinet ever in history, and it will continue in this fashion for the foreseeable future with Paul Atkins and Donald Trump in power. And they should do a good. I hope they do a good job. I hope they do a good job. Right now, Trump seems very bullish on crypto, and we're seeing every part of the world seemingly also building their bullish stance on Bitcoin and crypto, which will be a very big deal, making the likes of Microsoft, be kicking themselves for why they didn't try to get in when they had the chance. So it's what it is. And in regard to Kaspa, well, Kaspa's adoption is still extremely early, and I do see higher highs are coming with the likes of more listings with 10 BPS for smart contracts, with atomic swap happening today, again a very, very big deal, and with also KLC20 also doing very well in itself. Right now, of course, it's down as a result, but it will come back in due time, I'm sure. That weird token that was at the top I saw yesterday, it's seemingly disappeared now, which I'm not too surprised of. Don't know what happened on the day it happened. Don't see it anymore, but either way. We'll get into that, of course, in a moment with regard to listings as well. I feel the market is still too hot. The fear and greed index is at 76. I mean, yeah, the fear and greed index is still extremely high. So, that could be a case of it coming down. But out of all in my personal belief, out of all the indicators, this indicator is probably one of the weakest. For me, the better indicators are the likes of the CBBI and the funding heat map that shows it's cooling off. How much it'll cool off again, time will tell. I think my prediction is that, again, right now the market seems to be recovering a little bit already, which is good to see. Maybe it continues, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. But I suspect that we're going to start seeing the market prepare for a reversal in the next few days, leading up to the FOMC meeting happening in just a week's time. So that could be, I think FOMC meeting will be a time you'll see Bitcoin start pushing to all-time highs again. So you'll probably see, this might be the correction that happens. Maybe it comes down to this level here, and then you'll see it make a quick reversal up, more money flowing to Bitcoin and crypto. But as Bufflink has been doing these dailies, leave a like, help out more than you know, share with your friends and subscribe for more, because despite the market's down, we've still got a lot of time, in my belief. Just got more Kaspa. Big up to you, Adam, my man. Looking very, very good. I spent 5k euro on Kaspa today. Big up to you, Vaz, as well. Keep on stacking, you know it. We are still on an uptrend, nothing to worry about. Technically speaking, yes, Bitcoin is still holding quite strong at 96k right now, so we're still in an uptrend of sorts. Yes, we are seeing a bit of a liquidation again, a massive liquidation event happening right now, but for the most part, we're still going to see higher highs again, and XRP, maybe it'll go higher as well following the big announcement, but of course, time will tell, We're totally still in a bull run. Yeah, 100%. There's no doubt about it. We're still definitely in a bull run. It's definitely going to go higher. It's not a matter of if, just a matter of when. The proof of that is also in the pudding throughout the data as well. Also, CBR is not an investment advice. It's not the be all and end all, but it's another key indicator to showcase where crypto right now should be going. All you could do is look at multiple indicators to make a thesis of where crypto could be going right now. And I suspect, based on the indications, the information, that we're going to see it going much, much higher. Just stop, crypto, stop. I mean, yeah. I wish it did stop. I know you're saying it to me, but whenever I have cash, I buy the Kaspa. Big up to my man. When Lambo, I mean, tough to say. I suspect it will happen. I think we'll see new all-time highs for Kaspa going into January. And then we'll probably start seeing a more parabolic run after the FOMC meeting, but again, a much more parabolic run once Trump gets into office. If Trump ends up pushing out crypto regulations very quickly, so will the crypto market go up quickly as well. Funnily enough, I signed up for it yesterday as they provided crypto credit cards to use your crypto for normal fiat purchases. Interesting. Well, hopefully that turns very soon. Look at the Google Trends for Kaspa. It's up. Let's have a quick look at that then. Google Trends Kaspa. Look it up real quick while I can. Interesting. Maybe it's bugging out right now. Okay, maybe I done it. I think I need it worldwide. Okay, well it is. It's still up. I mean, it seems to be coming down a little bit as a result of the market, from what I can see. But I mean, either way, I'm sure that the interest in Kaspa is going to start going up more and more when the market starts turning more and more as well. But either way, again, we're still early, my belief. Yeah, like people, you know it. Conan logo change you like. I have not looked at it just yet. Let's have a quick look at Conan. I missed your first comment, Conan. Oh yeah, that does look a little bit cleaner. I do like it. Yeah, I do think it's a little bit nicer. It looks a little bit brighter. I like that more. Yeah, it just pops out a lot more. So I'm happier with that, definitely. Bit more of the lighter Kaspa blue. I missed your first comment. Wait, did I? That's the first comment I saw, my man. If you wouldn't mind me typing, maybe it just didn't pop on the chat, I'm sorry. Kevin Boom, thanks for doing all that research and answering my questions from Atomic Swaps. You're welcome, my man. Again, it's perfect. I do what I can when I can. And yeah, ultimately, while I understand the sense behind potential issues that could arise with Atomic Swaps for miners, seemingly it's still going to be bullish all in all. It's going to be a bullish thing, because again, much as it could cause that effect, you're seeing more streamlined transactions, faster confirmation times. So you'll see more transactions happening through quicker. So that means miners can actually mine more or get more blocks they can mine. So again, it is a upside of it all in all. And the same thing happens with smart contracts as well. When smart contracts get integrated, these KRC20 tokens become smart contracts. More ways to mine, more seamless, better again. Going to become, seamless as possible smart contracts on Kaspa to become the end game for L1s. Absolutely huge news. They've had decades of research and development. They have a lot more time than other projects to start looking into it. So I'm not worried in the slightest, and the KRI is going to be huge for it as well. And in regards to KRC20, real quickly, we've got this stuff from XT. Right now, XT, top gainer is Gold, unsurprisingly, because Gold got listed very, very recently. So, of course, it's a top gainer right now, which is good to see. Girathian is also up right now, which is very big. That is based off Solana, which I actually did get into. And I am currently up, I think, 2 or 3%, or 2 or 3x, which is quite good. You got this stuff here from Nacho, which is cool. Nacho is currently listed on XT or in the innovation zone, so it's getting listed very, very soon, which is very, very big news. I'm happy to see that. However, in some negative news, if you will, BERT has put out here that they paid 60k for listings and they can't withdraw the tokens, but apparently they can list Nacho. So whereas XT is now listing Nacho, is very good to see. I'm happy to see that. Of course, more listed for XT. They're causing issues for other projects, which is not good to see. So I hope XT sort out their act, because BERT has, paid to be listed on there and they've not been listed yet, and they can't withdraw their tokens. So they need to sort that out very, very quickly. That's not good. It's going to cause a lot more FUD for XT as well. In regards to Kango as well, Kango, they're supposed to be waiting on their tier 1 market maker before dropping another centralized exchange, but they can't stop. So they're bringing one more listing coming to us very, very soon. I'm unsure which one it is right now. I can't say for sure. I've not seen anything regarding what listing it's going to be right now, but there's been another one happening very, very soon, and a tier 1 market maker will be coming in due time as well. So ultimately, more and more big news coming for Kaspa and KRC20 as a whole. And it'd be very bullish news right now. We're seeing the market correct, memes as well as a result of this stuff. But it's what's happening right now. We're seeing a bleed in the market. I'm sure we'll see it change in due time as well. Okay, so the question: Nexo is a leading platform, allows users to capitalize on the crypto assets, and has around 4 million users, mainly used in Europe and more than 200 jurisdictions. Okay, so that's what it was. Okay, so I didn't actually pop in the chat. I don't know why. Don't see it in the chat at all. Don't know why, but yeah. So Nexo is a leading platform, allows users to capitalize on the crypto assets, and has around 4 million users, mainly used in Europe and more than 200 jurisdictions. Okay, so that's regarding Nexo. So that's Nexo. Then Nexo is a lending platform. Again, that's more listings for Kaspa. So that's very, very cool to see Kaspa listed on Nexo. We'll see more of this happening in the future, I'm very, very sure. And of course, this will be this is also more adoption to allow, Kaspa's name to get out there in the spotlight more, to allow the big exchanges likes of Binance and Coinbase to start, fixing their act and listing Kaspa in the future. Oh, leading, not lending. Oh no, I said lending. I said yeah, apologies. Lending platform, not leading platform. It's a lending platform. My apologies. My dyslexic arse is acting up again. I always mess that up. But yeah, thank you very much, man. I mean, yeah, again, that's some TLDR, a bit of insight into Nexo, this exchange, this platform that is now listed Kaspa. Huge news. So thank you very much, Kaspa, man. You're a legend. One of the key members in my free Discord server, and again, one of the main man who's also been constantly, and love you for it, constantly just showcasing me information regarding the KRI. Oh, just tweeting me, asking me asking me when there's some big information coming through. So yeah, massive shout out to you, my man. I love it. And keep it up, everyone. Keep up the grind, keep up the work, keep up the research. Because despite the correction in the market, we're going to see a reversal on higher highs in due time. I'm very, very confident in that. These daily issues are getting to you, yeah. Oh gosh, are they ever? I'm not sure how many days have been going strong now. I'm going to quickly look it up. This is currently, okay, well, it's that. Put about 129 days in a row of streaming. It's been mental. It's been absolutely mental. Speaking of mental, the third super chat, or the third super on a live stream ever. From Tony, oopsie daisy. Well, maybe. I mean, thank you very much, man. For yeah, I'm a big noob. I'm a very, very big noob. But thank you very much, Tony, man, for the $4.99 donation. Super chat means a lot to me. I love you all for that. I mean, yeah, no one needs to donate. I do this stuff because I enjoy doing it, and but it does make my day. So thank you very much for the donations. It makes me very happy to know everyone's enjoying the content and learning more at the same time, understanding that while the market is down and frustrating it may be, we're not out. We're not out. Right now, Bitcoin's going to make a bit of a recovery, which is great right now. I'm happy to see that Bitcoin's making a recovery of sorts. Now just down 1%. Kaspa's now making a push again, seemingly back up to level of support at 16 cents, which is huge once more. If we could finish above this level here, I would be very, very pleased. Potentially, if Bitcoin therefore stabilizes as well, could be a sign that we're going to see Kaspa quickly return back to this level. And the high volume could be another incentive for seeing another tier 1 jumping on board very, very soon. And I think, again, I'm not too worried right now. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance, just to see where it's at right now, we can see once more that Bitcoin is still leading the market, hence why crypto's correcting. But if Bitcoin stabilizes, does nothing for a little bit, once we start dropping down again, and see altcoins start to fly a little bit more again. Right now, I've seen the market cooling off. That's what's happening right now. But either way, I was just showcasing this stream regarding all this big news regarding Russia, regarding Donald Trump, regarding crypto.com, and all these massive Wall Street institutions, massive banks, South Korea, Cathy Woods, all of them just talking about the fact that we're going to see higher highs coming in this cycle. Dare I say inevitable, right? Dare I say inevitable. And of course, Kaspa is its own case as well. It's late, but it's not too late for me. It's still going to come much higher, and we're going to see it go much higher from here as well. Fair play to you, Dave, so consistent, and we can't appreciate you enough. You have kept my hopes high, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I appreciate my man. I really, really do. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I understand for a lot of people, and even people who've been here for a while, but a lot of people, I think it's their first cycle, or they're not used to crypto as a whole, right? They're not used to investing. It's my second cycle. I got in the last cycle. I made my mistakes in there, and my whole goal for this right now is just to try and give people an inkling of hope, understanding, some knowledge. Again, always do your own research. You're best learning from yourself as well, but having someone to help guide you is very useful. I didn't have any guidance in my last cycle. I found some early on to this cycle as well. I have some connections, some friends I made early on to the cycle, and that's helped me in my conviction in my projects as well. And I thought I'd try and give back a little bit, basically trying to show my appreciation to everyone here and trying to help guide them so they can end up, try not to make the same mistakes I made. Because I got into projects early last cycle that I sold early because they went down, I was worried about it, and they jumped overnight, and I missed out on it. Of course, there are sometimes where you need to get out of a project. Kaspa for me is a project that while it came down 50% since I started streaming, which is frustrating that is, I never lost faith in Kaspa at all. I thought Kaspa for the most part was still going to do very, very well. We've seen correction in the past, and it's happened again. We're seeing it come up now. Currently up almost 100%, or at least it did peak almost 100%. Now it's only up 50%, but either way, it will peak again soon enough. I'm confident in that, and hopefully I can help provide a bit of FOMO for you to know that while crypto is down, you now know why it's down, but you also know it's not out. Still got more to come, KRI, all this sort of stuff that lets you understand what's happening, and also information once more I'll provide in my Discord server. Go check it out if you want to, in the chat description, also on my YouTube homepage. I do plan to probably launching. I am considering, full disclosure, I know some people did mention it, that they were against it, they were a bit against it, but I do have an idea with what's going on in the community right now with other content creators who have, I'm not naming names, but I'm talking about, who've been taking advantage to provide alternative means and more trustworthy means to trade and make more active money in crypto. So I may be launching my own Patreon soon. I'm not sure when. It might be in the new year. Time will tell. But I'm just letting people know this now, that I might do it. I'm looking into it right now because I figured that people have been, right now there's a lot of lack of, and I understand, again, that's not going to change anything. I still got my free Discord server that'll still be free. People can still check it out and just chill there and do whatever. But if you want to end up, because I have been, obviously I made my money, again, like I mentioned, when I showcased the XT thing here, I found giraffing very early. So I made up 2-3x from that already as well. I take out my initials and letting the rest run. This sort of stuff I've been able to find. So I figured I might be able to hopefully use my sources to also help other people as well. So I might launch a page for myself. But again, time will tell. I might have a look into it. But either way, for the most part, everything still I provide for people for free because I want people to also do well while they can. And I've had a lot of people who are also in my server who have been very happy. And also, from what I've been told, apparently also make quite a lot of money from my server, even though I've not done anything. I've just put information in there. But that information is enough to help them to devise their own trading strategies to help them also get into projects early enough and know when to take and when to sell. So, it's been fantastic all around. Everyone here putting in the grind, learning more and more. And despite Kaspa's correction cycle, just know we are not done here. We are not done here. We've got at least, in my opinion, at least a 10x with Kaspa from here quite comfortably. 15 cents Kaspa, 16 cents Kaspa, easily I see a 10x from Kaspa here. Time will tell, of course, but we'll see what happens in the cycle. I suspect XRP, now it's got the RUSD approved, we'll probably see it go higher. I think XRP for me reach at least $5 a cycle. I'm hoping maybe 10. SUI, probably similar numbers as well. C, I'm hoping more so like $4 or $5. All these projects I'm thinking are going to do quite well. Desync again, I mentioned. Stuff that I mentioned loosely, I'll talk about more so in the future, but either way. Just show my appreciation. I mean, I appreciate Tony, my man. Again, thank you for the donation and everyone here who are learning more and more, you're legends. Once you sell your Kaspa, you're in a bull run. I mean, pretty much. I guess you're right, Zar. Whenever you sell Kaspa, everything to start pumping in it. But that being said, thank you all. Love you all. Thank you all for watching the stream once again. It's been, a hectic stream to say the least. A lot of market, a lot of blood in the water. But as Nathan Rothschild stated, the time to buy is when there's blood in the streets. He's very rich, very famous. He's a very successful investor. He knows the markets better than anyone else does. The sort of stuff I say all the time, don't be emotional, be logical, and follow the money. The money right now is flooding out of Bitcoin and crypto. But if you look at what the big money is doing, like Wall Street and retail, and Wall Street and BlackRock, I haven't looked into myself. I shall look into it off stream, and I'll probably put a post again on my free Discord server, but I can almost guarantee that BlackRock, if they're selling any, they're not selling much, and they're going to be buying at these dips. The time to buy for the blood in the streets. So don't be emotional, be logical. Do your own research. See what's happening with Kaspa coming very soon, the KRI. More listings. Binance incoming in due time. Smart contracts, very, very big and coming very soon on the top of KRC20 atomic swaps. Microsoft being faders, being jitters, being paper handers, their loss. We're going to see crypto go much, much higher. I'll make a video at some point later tonight or at some point talking about this stuff, putting in a more structured format. Go check it out as well if you want to. But that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a good evening, good day, good night, and I'll see you all in the next one.